All right, friends, thank you so much for joining us here on ABC24 Plus. I am Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett. Thanks for sticking around there. I know we had a couple of delays getting on for our 12:30 live stream. Had some other news to get to first, but I did want to hop on here and get you the latest on some rain showers that are moving into Memphis. Also an update on Hurricane Melissa that has just moments ago officially made landfall in Jamaica. And I actually want to start out with Hurricane Melissa. Even though we have some rain coming into Memphis, we'll get to that update here in just a moment. But I want to get you to some live pictures right now from Hurricane Melissa, because this is one of the most catastrophic storms that we have seen in quite a while. This is a live look. So you're going to see the camera move around a little bit, and we might even lose the signal here, but I want to watch this for just a little bit. This is from Montego Bay, Jamaica, which is on actually the northwestern side of the island. So the storm made landfall on the south side of the island and is now crossing over. And you're looking at there again on the north shore of Jamaica and Montego Bay. So they're really just now starting to get the worst of it. Hurricane Melissa is still a Category 5, so what you're seeing there are some of those stronger wind. That does not quite look like Cat 5 wind to me quite yet. I think the worst of it is still to come there, but we are seeing winds, insane winds there, easily over 100 miles an hour. And again, we have some parts of this hurricane that are seeing winds as high as 185 miles an hour. So this is a catastrophic hurricane. This is actually one of the strongest hurricanes on record in the Atlantic. It's in the top 5 now based on pressure. We use the pressure to determine how strong the hurricane is. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. And you can see, again, this is a live picture you're looking at there from Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. And just insane wind there. I would imagine they have some sort of a special uplink here, probably powers out to most of the island at this point. Cell service is also down. I would imagine this is coming in from a satellite signal, which is the reason we're still able to get this signal. Just a few years ago, we wouldn't be getting this kind of signal still, because we would be seeing, obviously, the cell service and connectivity go out. But with those satellite uplinks now, we can keep the signal. So again, that's just a live look. I wanted to show you that for at least a couple of minutes. We might go back to that in the process of this stream, but just an incredible sight to see. I mean, blinding rain and extreme wind coming down again. That's on the north side of Jamaica, which was not even seeing the worst of the storm. Of course, the worst of the storm was coming in on the south side of Jamaica. So I want to get you over to an update on the storm. Again, we might go back to that live picture here in just a little bit. But I mean, you can see the size of this hurricane is pretty much engulfing the entire island right now. And a classic signature in the eye of that storm. You only get an eye like that in the strongest of hurricanes. This picture that you're looking at live right now will be in a meteorology textbook one day. This is just a classic, intense, destructive hurricane. The strongest kind of storms that Mother Nature can provide. Pressure, like we mentioned, 892 millibars. That is extremely low. Of course, the center of the hurricanes are low pressure zones. So we have very low pressure in the eye of that hurricane, down to 892 millibars. Winds 185 miles an hour. Now, of course, that's not the entire hurricane. Those 185 mile an hour winds might be just very close to that eye. And then the further out you go, the winds do weaken a bit. So you get closer over to Kingston. It's still a destructive hurricane, but they're not facing the brunt of this storm in Kingston, which is, of course, over a little more on the east side of Jamaica. They're over here. So they're probably seeing winds still in excess of 100 miles an hour. But the most destructive wind, the Category 5 wind, is going to be right on the inside of that eye wall just before you get to the clear eye. The crazy part is these folks are going to be seeing winds of 185 miles an hour, and then it will go instantly calm as the eye passes over. You'll have sunshine, calm weather, Birds might be chirping for a couple of minutes. I mean, that eye might last 30 minutes, and then it all picks back up again. It's like a wall of wind that hits you on the backside of that eye wall. So unfortunately, a lot of people kind of get tricked if they're not paying attention. They go out in the eye, they think it's over, and then in a matter of seconds, that second half of the hurricane hits them. So just a terrible, terrible storm. Of course, we're thinking about all of our friends down in Jamaica. Not only the locals, but a lot of tourists got stuck down there and were not able to make it out. So just a very, very rough storm there. And I want to actually read to you an update from the National Hurricane Center. This is the update from them. The storm officially did make landfall just a bit ago at about noon. Melissa has made landfall in southwestern Jamaica near New Hope. Estimated maximum sustained winds of 185 miles an hour, a minimum central pressure of 892 millibars, one of the strongest hurricanes ever on record in the Atlantic. And then this is the text that the National Hurricane Center sent out. I just want to read this word for word. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not leave your shelter as the eye passes over, as winds will quickly and rapidly increase on the other side of the eye. Residents should remain in place through the passage of these life-threatening conditions. To protect yourself from wind, the best thing you can do is put as many walls between you and the outside. An interior room without windows, ideally one where you can avoid falling trees, is the safest place you can be. Just to put this in perspective to something maybe we're a little more used to, the winds in here are equivalent to an EF4 tornado right around the eye wall. So this is a destructive hurricane that not much can withstand. And it is going to, be unfortunately a life-changing event for a lot of folks in Jamaica. And we're going to continue to follow that. Hopefully over the next few days we can get some information out about how we can help those folks. A lot of times they'll do donation drives or things like that. So we'll keep you updated and we'll pass it along as we can. I do want to get you an update on your local forecast though, because of course we are tracking rain here in Memphis. We're already seeing a couple of showers coming in. We do have rain that is likely this afternoon. Showers will actually continue through tonight and tomorrow as well. So we've got a nice, slow, steady rain coming in, kind of like what we saw this weekend. We're going to see that again for the second half of today and tomorrow. And then we turn quite chilly on the other side of this rain. So 62 degrees the high today. The rain comes in this afternoon. It's already starting in some spots, but rain showers will continue for the rest of the day. So it does look like a pretty soggy evening commute. Showers continue tonight and for most of the day tomorrow. It is going to be chilly, breezy, and rainy on Wednesday, kind of a sloppy day. And then Thursday looks a little better as sunshine returns, but it does stay a little bit on the cooler side. A live look in Midtown right now. We're starting to see some of that rain come down here in Memphis and across much of the Mid-South. So it is kind of rainy out there. And again, this rain is just going to pick up as the day goes on. You see the showers just coming in from down in eastern Arkansas and North Mississippi. More rain continues to lift to the north. A big batch of rain back in Arkansas. And that's what all is headed our direction. Now, thankfully, we do not expect any severe weather or any thunderstorms. That is good news. We do not expect that, but we do expect kind of a slow and steady rain here starting this afternoon and continuing through the evening. So a heads up as you're headed home from work, it is going to be a wet evening commute. Go ahead and plan, if you can, some extra time on the roadways. They're going to be slick. Traffic is probably going to be a little iffy this evening as those showers roll through. And again, once the rain starts this evening, it's going to kind of pick up in pace through the evening, and showers will continue through most of the night. So if you're not seeing rain yet, you will be in the next couple of hours, and then that rain just picks up and continues overnight. So it is going to be a very wet night tonight. A chilly one too. 49 is the low temperature. So cold, rainy, and breezy overnight. Winds out of the southwest around 15 miles an hour. And then that rain does continue into tomorrow morning as well. So again, here's the hour-by-hour radar. You see the rain starting to pick up, continues to move in. By 8 p.m., showers for most of the Mid-South, and that continues overnight. So it is going to be a steady rain, good sleeping weather tonight if you're going to be enjoying some of that sleeping weather for the rain. Again, there could be some heavier downpours in here, but I don't expect storms. I don't expect severe weather. Showers will likely continue through tomorrow morning, and then more rain tomorrow afternoon. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, we have light rain, temperatures in the 50s, around 50, some of us still in the 40s. So it's just going to be a gross day tomorrow. Rain showers, cool and breezy. through most of the day. Rain finally clears out by about dinner time tomorrow, and then we will be dry for tomorrow night into Thursday. Again, winds do pick up with this as well. We'll see gusts that pick up as high as about 25 or 30 miles an hour on Wednesday. So again, kind of a recipe for a yucky day. Cold, breezy, rainy, just a very sloppy day out there for your Wednesday. Rain totals could be a little heavier. We're looking at 1.5 inches, maybe 2 or 3 inches of rain across the Mid-South. Again, no severe weather expected, but some good rain certainly on the way. That low pressure zone actually passes right over us. That's why the winds are going to pick up as that low pressure scoots by. Rain wraps around the back side of it, so we stay rainy on Wednesday. But by Thursday and Friday, this clears on out of here. We get a lot cooler to end the week. Look at these temperatures. Our average high is 70. And for so long, over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about temperatures being above average. Now we're stuck below average. Highs in the 50s Wednesday and Thursday. Will be in the 60s for the rest of the week and the weekend. Actually, an early look at Friday morning. There might be a little frost early on Friday. Low temperatures in the 30s and 40s. So especially, over here in West Tennessee, North Mississippi, there is the potential for a little frost Friday morning. We'll keep you updated on that, if you need to move your plants inside or whatever. But again, out in the rural areas of West Tennessee and North Mississippi, frost possible on Friday morning, which of course is Halloween. Thankfully, the Halloween forecast looks okay. We are going to be chilly, 60s for your highs, but it does look sunny and dry for Halloween. And for Halloween night trick-or-treating, I think the weather's okay. It's going to be dry, but it is going to be chilly with temperatures in the 50s and the 60s. So let's get out to a check of those rain chances again, likely on Wednesday. After that, we're pretty dry. There might be a sprinkle on Saturday. I'm talking like 1 or 2 raindrops. Not enough to affect your plans, but in general, I think after Wednesday, we are going to be pretty dry here. So a check of that 7-day forecast. Again, rain showers do continue overnight tonight and then into most of the day Wednesday. So it is going to be very soggy, chilly, breezy on Wednesday. High temperature 54 degrees with that rain. Just going to be kind of a sloppy day. Thursday and Friday look better. We'll have sunshine, but it stays cool. 59 on Thursday, 63 degrees on Friday for Halloween. So the weather does look nice for Halloween, but it is definitely going to be a little chilly out there, especially for that trick-or-treating. Temperatures in the 50s for Friday night. Weekend looks okay. Low to mid 60s for the high temperatures. 63 Saturday, 62 Sunday. I do think Saturday pans out pretty cloudy, but most of us are dry. Aside from maybe a sprinkle or 2, I think most of Saturday's okay. And then we actually have sunshine on Sunday, and things look pretty nice for next week as well. Monday and Tuesday doing okay. 66 on Monday, 67 Tuesday. Temperatures maybe slowly coming up just a little bit. It does look like we are dry for next week. But again, the next couple of days, tonight and to tomorrow, it is going to be very soggy, very wet, and chilly too. So expect that cold rain to be kind of an issue here for the next couple of days. I do want to take you back here to a quick look in Jamaica before we go. This again is in Montego Bay, Jamaica, on the north side of the island. And it honestly, to me, looks like maybe the eye is starting to come in there. We might be seeing things calm down just a little bit. I'm going to kind of take a look at the radar while y'all are watching this. But obviously just a terrible, terrible scene there with the wind really whipping, gusts there easily over 100 miles an hour. That eye is about pretty close. So we're going to be really seeing the worst of that storm move into Jamaica here and really into where this camera is, which again is Montego Bay, over the next 30 to 40 minutes. By the way, after this, it's southern Cuba that is going to be impacted. Not quite as strong as what is happening in Jamaica, but Cuba is definitely also going to feel some impacts from that. So, of course, our thoughts and our prayers go out to those folks. And again, we're going to keep you updated in their recovery process over the next little bit as well. If you're watching us on ABC24 Plus, we're going to have some more radar for you. We're going to put up the radar stream so you can just kind of watch the radar. If you're watching on Facebook, it is about our time to sign off. But again, you can stay on ABC24 Plus for the latest updates and information. Just search ABC24 Plus for Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can stream us there. We'll have continuing updates on Hurricane Melissa and on our local forecast as the rain is coming in. But for now, we are signing off on Facebook. Our stream will continue now on ABC24 Plus.